Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harran series here on the Lord Master channel. The realm of Harran has expanded into the areas of Baghdad and a little bit of this part here. But of course, our conquests will not stop there. There's plenty of the territories inside of the Mesopotamia that is still yet to be taken. So we will continue with that. So this is our next target. Again, I would love to offer vassalage to anybody that is, willing to be, just say, hey, we're trying to show you mercy. For those who don't show mercy, then you know what's going to happen here. And that includes those who we fought them in wars before. Take Philistine, for example. Allies, that's plus 20. And those who have a bit more of a higher opinion towards you. Like, would they be more amenable to you? I would say probably not. Just thinking about all the other areas. And of course it should be noted that the Saffreds, which I can't tell if they have been expanding or has been stuck like that for a while. Is they're the next great power from this part of the Iranian world. And that's why we're trying to expand there. It seems like we're two competing powers now to take control of what was left of the Abbasid Caliphate before it collapsed. And that's what we're trying to work on. But I only aim to get the areas of Mesopotamia, Syria, and possibly into Jerusalem as well. And it's also to pick up the holy site of Baalbek. But if I was feeling really confident, then maybe we could go into Egypt and then just take possession of Egypt as a whole as well. But I would not even dream about taking Athens, coming from out of there. Because, to do that, it's all related to those areas that kind of goes well out of our way. Even though you can go to other parts, but why on earth would we want to do that? We don't have access to the sea. At least not yet, whenever we go to Syria. And plus, I have thought about this in the future, especially during the reign of Ezekiel. Not that legacies, our culture, the Syria culture. Like, if you want to establish a new tradition, you can't do another one because you established a new tradition too recently. And that includes, changing. Like, say, I would love to get rid of loyal subjects. And, again, take it for example. Get rid of loyal subjects for Agrania, for example. It still counts as it's been changed. But fortunately, I do have plans in the far future. I would like to have people of the Silk Road because it seems we're kind of behaving like on the, with the whole legacy of using reinforced relations about as much time as we like to. Plus, the benefits of having people of the Silk Road is that the city holdings gives more taxes, development, and levies. So little more strength to us. And it doesn't matter of your geographical location of where you want to do that. And yes, I already have decisions, including decisions to sinicize the West Asian for cultures that are not of Chinese heritage, which that only occurs if you live in the Hijaz corridor regions around here. So it kind of does not really matter to us. It's not relevant to this playthrough. But for now, our focus should be for, as we said before, continued conquests of Mesopotamia. We'll continue before I pass on. And I'm aware that there are those who do not like me very much. Even if they are Harranians. No alliance is powerful clan vassal. I'm well aware of that. You are a powerful vassal. But however, you are too terrified of me to do anything about it. Plus you passed childbearing age, and why you don't have concubines? You're going to be around for long. Or so we've been trying to sway him. It's far easier to sway local ones than, say, all the other ones. So let's start another quick war. And the Habari Sultanate, I'm not terribly worried about them as they're busy with their own internal conflicts. So let us win a quick one. Gained a rival. Just for attacking them in an aggressive war. Fortunately, we found a very talented commander who is of Berber origin, Zanata, or Amazigh, and is also my nemesis. He's a military engineer, open terrain expert, holy warrior, and desert warrior. In that case, he should be Harranian, so that way it'll put use to the holy warrior thing. Now, anyways. That's it. So come on, let's win another quick one. Don't forget about my son Ezekiel, still out leading the front lines. And I am considering about going on one last pilgrimage to Athens. Doesn't matter if it's at war or not. It's just I want Ezekiel to come with me, this pilgrimage. Maybe he can learn some things. And a deviant as well. Well, of course, it's my wife, because, you know, even at our old age, we still act perverted towards each other. I perceive my offensive orders. My vassals are starting to become more and more despondent regarding their support for the carnage I've started. I reached a point where no more political maneuvering is enough to quell the utter distaste for the present state of affairs. Oh. This event happens only when you're fighting offensive wars. Every one of your vassals except the brave rival display very bad modifiers. They're fed up with your offensive wars. Shatter your peace, the opinion modifier will disappear. Oh, it'll be a quick one. Don't you worry. As the realm faces warfare, I'm drawn more planning the whole operation that I can overrule any other opinion among my own servants. Thanks to my status, it costs a prestige among my vassals. In this turn, it will be better for my knowledge of military matters and to do and test things my way. My behavior is also a double-edged sword. I do things my own way, but you know, they're already mad as may seem, but I think for once just say listen to everyone. It's only a quick war. We will reassure to everyone. It'll be over swiftly. Give us 3 months. They're warning me about possible. Give me another bodyguard, someone I can trust. I have met her at the tournament. She's one of the fighting Aswara, because she has this modifier, Worry Commander. can't get vines to children. Sorry that I disinherited all that. In fact, make Ezekiel my bodyguard, because I trust him with my life. Plus, it's to double his pay. So, okay, after this conquest, then we'll go to Athens together. So maybe perhaps I could get away from those potential plotters. That's now inherited by Sunni Caliph. The realm is split. Anyways, I step out of my tent. The siege camp spawns before me. A jumble of mud brick huts, barracks, shacks, and earthworks. Flags flutter in the stiff northwestern breeze. Colors stark and bright against the dune sky. Here and there, in tents and makeshift shelters. Men huddle over fires. Faces smudged gleam of rain. My low retainer approaches and informs that the siege is in. I gather my bodyguards head to the edge again. The Birta of Atib stands for me. A murky bog, a field of corpses desecrated the land, and a field between the dead and dying lie heaped in grotesque mounds. The smell of rotting flesh hangs heavy in the air, heady with a furious copper scent of blood. The gates are open, most walls are demolished, the flanking towers breached. The pall of grey smoke hangs over Birta Atib, as do the black feathered ravens. Corpses litter the hill, too numerous to tally. Grieving widows cut small children into their bosoms as they flee, clothes tattered and torn. Loud limited looting. Are you sure this is the Caliph's only county? Yes. He is my nemesis. And soon, this nemesis will not have anything to possess with anymore. Because the realm's broken up. I'll imprison every single one of them. Even though that kind of goes against who I am. As it does, makes me quite stressful. But I'll go, can't work off stress. Crud. So I guess it's official then. The Sunni Caliph is no more. Yes, title's destroyed. And plus, I lose a bit of that stress because my rival has lost the title that I took it away from him. War is over, the vassals can respect me again. I don't suppose any of you Mandaeans that may or may not be still around. As you know, then, because I would love to bring one to you so you could represent them, but it does take a lot more than that. Because there are no known Mandaean characters to speak of. Well, we shall see about that. Diplomatic range. Man. Day. Yeah. Mandaeanism. There's only 2 characters in the whole world that still has religion. One's from all the way over there. But then again, the faith considers evil, so there can be no dialogue. He says, hey, how about you? And he says, no. Faith differs very, very differently. Okay, fair comp then. Let's have a local Mandaean noble. She's 75. Is not expected to have children anytime soon. And also above the vassal limit. Okay, we can compromise on this. There, back up. We're gonna try to rectify this problem. You, at least you're the most reasonable out of all of us. Oh, what is this called? Amid. Right, different name. Because of culture. You can have this, but you're not gonna have that. So that'll fix this issue. How'd you like to be my spy master? She served me well, but now it's time for you to tell us what you got. Give you this. And you can have that. Although there's chances you may screw up. You know, you'll call me a warmonger, but war's over. Now is it gone? The warmonger part? No. So just stay away from any type of warfare. I guess it's probably what happens when you go over 20 on the... That's war. Slightly or more than 15, I would have to assume. I guess we ought to be cautious about going into future conflicts next time. But gee, I can't help but to see those juicy targets for looting. But if I wanted to go to that pilgrimage, need 124. But just wait till everybody's reinforced. Lately it feels like I'm constantly distracted by these thoughts and erotic fantasies. Story of my life. With all the hardships of my everyday life, it's all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly the fear of my life. What should I do about them? A good workout will burn these desires away. So they made a new caliph. They decided that the new caliph will be the one that's in Mecca. Makes sense. The endless clash of metal on metal, achieving your armor to sting a sweat. It is as dense, as familiar as it is exhausting. To hit my axe, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it'll do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. Well, I'm getting too old for this, so it doesn't matter about increased martial skill. Let's end this monotony. Hand me another weapon. And I showed him how it's done. Raid. Begin with prayer. Day is too fine not to be pre-shared property. Just start losing more stress. We just gotta wait for the warmonger thing to go away. Two years. Looks like Al-Bazar just took the Kufa or vassalized them. So that way, you could try to be the next great power of the Mesopotamian region besides myself. We'll have to rectify that. Where's the Reva? There you are. $50 gold or postpone it, which is not a good idea. This is just to sustain its growth. Wow, they even have pearl traders. We shall raid all the way over there then. Each passing holding you come across. Raid, raid, raid. Just raid till you're all the way over there. Because it seems they're heavily constructing a bunch of buildings. Planet character, that means more. Again, I want one of my last activities to be going to a pilgrimage to Athens. And we'll go all around the landmarks in the Byzantine Empire. Start to head over there to make your way back here. The sun. You're fine. Read all this and then we're home. As soon as we get the money, go on a pilgrimage. Wants to write about hunting. We don't have enough books as court artifacts, so go ahead. Oh, great, he's blind. and gout-ridden. We'll stay alive and get to work on it. Daughter, pay the ransom. Or a hook. Okay, we'll get a hook on you instead. You may never know when you'll need it. My lord, look at that paper. I've never seen such fine quality before. My beneficiary Maya breaks away from a market possessed to a cost of merchant of some of the covered item. A static overspend. At this, my project would reach new heights, like a create something true to marvels. Please, may we worth to bestow skip on. Look at that paper. How do you know that? You're blind. But surely you can get a fair price. Convinced to lower it. Excellent. Reminds me of that time of my Serbian playthrough way back when in Crusader Kings 2. I had a guy who was blind. No, I was blind because I was blinded by the Byzantines. And and then I had this event where we wrestled a bear to save one of my courtier friends. And I wrestled that bear despite being blind, and I did what I did. Sounds insane, I know. But he wants to write a book about hunting, and yet the man is blind and gout-ridden. He needs to have good progress, though. Because here comes the money. We'll disband soon. Just get moving. Once everybody's disbanded, I want Ezekiel back here at this instant. Because he needs to be here with me. Keep moving. Okay, disband now. Actually, no, he was here in Harran the entire time. Alright. Generous. Might be a slight higher order. Okay. My last travel. Due to my advanced stage, as I'm infirm. This will be a pious pilgrimage this time. Go to Athens. Yes, there might be plenty of dangers. So get some mercenary guards. And of course, bring in the Silk Road merchants. And there should be more towards altruism. I'll customize the route. After we leave Harran, we'll be heading to Rhodes. And after Rhodes, you will land in Corinthos. After Athens, up to here. Yes. Just go along the coast. It would be safer there. I'm going to take a detour to go up there. And then that'll be it. Remember, each passing point of interest, I will gain a martial lifestyle experience, along with any other character that decides to go with me. Including you, Ezekiel. You're very important, and you need to learn all these skills. That will be very, very helpful for you. Anything else you want to spend your money big on? We can go slow if we need to. Every interested character at court joins. Up to 20 random pilgrims to join my train. Every Harranian, Muslim, Zoroastrian, anybody that is of interest that wishes to come with me. So let's begin. Dagestani mercenary and a Armenian woman. Everybody comes with me. Oh, by the way, are you coming with us too, or no? And also, he's a deviant too. It's shunned in your faith, but it's fine with us. We'll be there in 5 months. Failed to notice something here. What kind of dangers are we expecting? Gotta be wary. And of course, at the same time, we'll continue the raids. Oh, what the? The Saffreds. This is you. What happened? What happened to Macron? Destroyed. War defeat. It was a religious uprising and was imprisoned. Granted independence. Well, I guess we don't have to worry about the Saffreds now, because now the Iranian plateau is just as divided as the rest of the Middle East. Nobody can get their act together. And I'm surprised that nobody has ever called for a dissolution of this empire as well. The world's a mess. Only India makes little sense. At least White Rus is getting their act together. France is struggling to keep together with all this. The Iberian struggle is what it is. And of course all the other messy African entities. I guess there can be no one to stop us now. Except maybe them if they get their act together. But I'm going to be traveling in their land as a tourist. But in the meantime, raids will continue during this pilgrimage. We'll be getting a lot of money in the meantime. Traveling by ship now. Slowly but surely. Because it's deliberate. Means more time for Silk Road trade. Possibly. Even out at sea. And if anybody that is not traveling with us, continue with your task. Okay, you're not there. You ain't present. You ain't present. Oh damn, who is present? Wait, are you going there too? Says no. Actually, hold on. Let me try something here. Stop. Put rally point at this man's place. Okay. Would you like to take command here? No? You're commanding another army. Oh, okay, good. Because we need you two to get together and begin the raid of our neighbors. Even potentially them. But I would much prefer the now weaker entities. Just to make our jobs easier. In fact, start raiding down there, since we have not done those yet. We've raided Mesopotamia enough, because all this will become my land. "27 years. 17 years of back then. Okay. At least trying to get this started for now. There are ways to convert faster, but we're not those kind of people. Hold it right there. Even though nobody is present. So I can't answer your call for a court event. Visited fortifications routes. Bully for you. Gentle mooing and a scent of manure aren't all roads, hillside, pasture lands offer the traveler. There's also screaming farm hands, Stentorian bowling, an escaped bull on the road before us. The behemoth charges to and from a great distress until it fixes on its victim. My wife! Without panic, there's no brigade to hold the beast fine. Just one of us needs the courage enough to lure it. Over here, you miserable bull! Despite my old age, I could be a hell of a bullfighter. I won't get maimed. Captured. I'm a bullfighter now. Yeah, why not? Okay, back onto the ships. We're on the Aegean. I'm stopping by the town of Rhodos on my travels. The locals showered me with great esteem. The people here did not expect someone myself to visit their home with someone. Some of the local leaders suggested I spend a few days there. These leaders wish to show me around the area, leave a good impression on me about their town and its surroundings as well as the people who dwell here. Like to have a little more stewardship, so we'll be out at sea just a little bit longer, as this is technically still part of Rhodes. Corrupt officials of the officials of Overhaul gained a reputation for being corrupt and morally flawed, focused more on furthering their own interests than what is good for the community. Whether such assessment is accurate, it will reflect poorly on me and my administration. We should take steps to curb their excesses. So we're cracking down on corrupt officials now. They're still gathering. I bump into a very grave-looking my rider. Well, does it bring ill news of the splendid book he should have ready for me? Oh, there you are, my liege. Even though he's blind, I have hit a wall on my work, both figuratively and literally, one would think. My ideas are going around as the pressure mounts these last news. I just need some inspiration, my dear Miruta. Might you have some prior examples I could imagine? He's still in Harranus. He must have sent me a message from afar. Or he's mistaken me for the current region. Ina Hozai. So I'll say, I know what you need. And what fun we shall have, because I'm Riga Reveler, Hunter, and I fly to either of these. This news grows. Might be a Sire Hire called. He actually got progress. How about that? Most of the time that never works for me. Is that there? On the mountain trail. One foot after another, I slowly move forward on a narrow mountain trail. Suddenly I hear a rumble and quickly starting to scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Saul walking behind me, there's an equally befuddled, tired-faced Athra standing in front of freshly turned rocks. Where is Saul? I demand to know. Voice barely able to dry my mouth. My only response is a faint whistling of the wind. Oh my goodness, a mountain rescue. Or he dies. He's just as infirm as I am. He's one of the best physicians we have. Without him, this whole pilgrimage is gonna go to hell. So here on the mountains of Corinthos, in the Vadon of Corinthos, Saul will save you. Me and my entourage will attempt a mountain rescue. This is very dangerous, and many will perish. But, you know, I'm pretty seasoned. 56. This is gonna be a modern disaster. Saul is not found. After died, son Jamal died. I got hurt. Need a new physician. How'd you like to be my new physician? Right here, right now. No, Elisha's with me. He should be the one. Treat me on the spot because I'm about to die here. Ezekiel. Ezekiel's doing alright. They did say many will perish, but it doesn't say who else got hurt. Please, treat my wound. Thank you. We had to make the High Shaman a new court physician. Physician position. Let's not forget what we're here for. No luck. Made it safe. I'm here, body and soul, the great temple of Antiquity. As the head priest offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for the gods to bring me here at this moment of time. A whole lot of walking and death. So what is important as I am seen and heard here? Altruism here. I stroll around the streets of Athens. I stop in front of a small temple. The building is comparatively bland and humble, but a small crowd of pilgrims is gathered in front of it. When I'm moving closer, I realize they are scratching their heads trying to make sense of the plaque next to one of the guardian statues written in a foreign language. This could be an opportunity to do my fellow pilgrims a service. Also, do I speak Greek? Yes. That's why we came. I will translate it for you all. A 5% chance I might become a scholar, but I'll say, I can't believe this plaque has a spelling mistake. Not quite ready yet. But we'll keep watch. All together now. Hey. Where are you going? Back to Beret. Move up. Quit screwing around and come with us. We need you. We'll start raiding there first. What has happened lately? We arrived, other travelers, translated, organized a religious procession, did some charity. Hanana, my concubine, peers out over the sprawling holy side of Antiquity as we make our way through the crowd. Antiquity is truly a sight to behold. A place where cultures meet and faiths come together to worship. Are we not blessed to get to experience such familiar companionship? I'll say this for once. The feats spiritually can achieve. You know, he's supposed to be cynical, but clearly his near-death experiences changed him, even though it's still stressful. One second. My alchemist, Maya brings men before me, all smiles praise. This is Asher, a respected scholar in my circles. The man bows and manages to look both pleased and bashful at once. Please, no need for that. I will lend you my service if it pleases you. Will be of higher quality, so I'll say it does. Please assist Maya. You know he's blind. Did you raid it already? No. It did what I told them to do. There's only so much a man can pray about looking for other equally important ways to spend one's time. And Vassos has a lovely residence that he so kind of allows me to visit. I hear some voices come from one of the rooms. Doing this, you achieve the greatest technique. I peek inside and see Miroslava, who is Nitravan, formed by Pannonian Slavs of Nitra. Basically Slovakian. So she explains the craft of which Courtiers are eager following her teachings. Such an expert feels wasted in a court like this. She joins. Right. How old are you? 42. Maya smells gestures. My book, my masterpiece is finished. Behold! A different birds play a careful training covers velvet that's embroidered to display a repeating image of a wolf's head. Again, he's blind. He doesn't know that I left for Athens. So one would think he's talking to the regent who's the one in charge here. Presto. As our time at the sacred said Austin, I'm slightly concerned I did not get the chance to prove my devoutness to the one as much as I perhaps would have liked to. This being my second pilgrimage, I can't help compare it to my previous visit to Baghdad and all times. I'm also thrilled about the notion of having visited a new holy site. While interesting, I look forward to debunking my own time from this journey back home. And it's a long one. I became a wise man. Put it here. Magnificent hunt of hunting with birds. Different birds of prey in their care. The cover is velvet. Has been embroidered to display a repeating image of a wolf's head. No, this way. Raid this way. And now this scenic realm. Every morning since we reached Valotia, my harsh shaman Elisha leaves his litter and silently glides away from my side. This time I follow his path and find him in a lively chat with the local Savagan Bishop Polakopoulos. The ceremony begins and a lighted candles illuminates Polakopoulos while the shadows play against the walls like autumn leaves. Elisha, I call him out of service. What are you doing? My rage just occurred to me that more than one truth. There is room for a calm debate here. There is only one truth. You know, the truth with the one. The Supreme One. Don't you remember? Taberna is home to a famous way shrine that I happen to be passing by today. Locals tell us it isn't uncommon for travelers to spend even a few days praying there. For it is said that doing so will ensure safe passage for one's journey. I am unsure how praying at this site would be. At least pay my respect to the One while here. I'll spend several days in prayer here. I'll take my sweet time. Okay? Just travel across the country and visit all these landmarks, so that way my son can get the skills. Greek women. I've seen the world and beheld many wonders in my travels, but never beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in Radina. Truly, Elan, or Greek women, are cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eye. So, a peasant woman by the name of Sophia. A pretty little honeycomb. She is far too pleasing to my eye to spend a few days sailing in Radina. 21 years old and beautiful. Though, godless and shy. So she must be by my side forever. You are intimidated of me, so you will adopt Harranism. Because don't cross my way. Mountains out of mole hills. The hills got incredibly hilly the past few hours, and everyone's beginning to weary. After a while longer, with no end of the hills in sight, one of my traveling companions, Nezanin, approached me and says, "My lord, our mounts cannot carry on like this for much longer. The poor animals need a break, or I'll fear they'll collapse. We must put a stop to rest." She knows full well that this will delay our journey back to Harran. She's right. It'll be wise to rest. Hey, the more free time we have, the more potential for Silk Road trade. Although I'm a little ill right now, but this could be the end of me if I don't get better anytime soon. Capture the wife. So is this it? Am I gonna die here? And no, I shall not die. Elisha, he's fallen ill. He's got pneumonia. A high altitude of brisk caravan has a very refreshing quality to traverse the local hillful. The soldiers in the valley below to practice some rare type of training techniques. I'm moving closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I'm approached by the local captain, Pamphalos. Would you like to join him, my lord? Don't know why he gets it. I'll say I'm always up for a challenge. Let's just delay it a little more. Brooke! I hear Servat shots in panic. So they're out there hearing a loud creaking sound, like that of wood breaking, or my page is finally snapping. I step out on the ground to see the splinter remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel. I'm sorry, my liege. It was my turn to look at and I fell asleep at the reins. Shovel the supplies man. I'll ride rough from now on. And yes, delays do stack. No joy. at Radestus. A procession of the grounds all the stones are away. Stones are away from Radestus. I already look over to see my beneficiary, Harran. Dismounted and intently stares at me ground. The other entourage members together on. He looks up as I approach. My lord, there's an antipath here. Maybe a tad superstitious. You should never cross an antipath. My great-grandmother did, and never she returned home. It's nonsense. I'll take over as guide. I'm a competent guide. Killer charm. Oh. The entourage is on edge as we march through the lands of my acquaintance. The Marcos set up young. Even most of the naive members of the entourage understand the perils of this place, and unexpected noises are enough to alert Nezanet, who pushes me back as a mysterious silhouette appears behind the waves. Ah, she moans, says, and Nezanet ties her down. I'd like to meet you in different, more pleasant circumstances, she says, looking at me. The Marcos Serapion welcomes you to this realm. Oh dear. She's a potential assassin, but she's a seductress and a pretty one. So, because of my tent, I'd say I'd love to hear more about those pleasant circumstances. I gain a tiny bit of stress. Visited Constantinople. Tip the host. This afternoon is quick events and nightfalls. We enter the local farm estates of Byzantium. The estate owner of Methodius greets us warmly, promises to host a lavish feast for us. Once the feast starts, we dine on a veritable menagerie of roast animals, stews, soups, bread, and the like. In the morning, Methodius approaches me as I enjoy my breakfast. My lord, hosting such an extravagant shindig as yesterday can be expensive. Well, he does respect me a little, despite the tiny bit of hatred. Ha! Become his rival. But no, let's be civil. He gets a weak hook on me. We can make all that money back through some trade, so I'll say, let me compensate you. So we pay to him, so you don't come attack us. Keep moving. Demand payment for hooks. Alright. Give me it. Stood on the road slightly too long. The sun has started to dip below the horizon. How the surrounding terrain shapes start to merge and form an angry looking armed figures. This here road has a toll. Pay up, says the biggest and frankly ugliest of the bunch. My concubine has need steps forward with weapon raised, looks me direction. What are you doing with that? Pilgrim and warrior priests. Since when? I don't recall the Medican mystics. Well, they are spiritual, but warrior priests. He's in the skills. What else? Tolls are for peasants and I'm the Emiruta. Nobody got hurt. No joy. Who's sick? Okay. So, traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has its bigger effects on at least my state of mind of vigor. As I glance over you, Gizzy, however, does not appear to be doing quite as good. His movement is labored, His breathing heavy, spontaneous bursts of coffee ripple through his body. Clearly he is not well. I think I know a cure. And that I do. This isn't here walls. And somebody wants to kill me. Well, I suspect it's my nemesis. And how are you going to kill me out here while I'm traveling from this far away from you? Foreign treat. It's not the first time I catch my astronomer mode fiddling around with some flowers to be picking along the road. I sometimes even hear him singing, overlooking the holdings. My age says he notices I've been observing him. It's not a secret that my heart has found a new home from far from home. While that's my age, my soul aches for Justina. My desires no end. Her eyes, her hair, I long for just a salute. I'll die for her. Please, I beg of you, let me stay with her. She's a bit paranoid, so I don't know about you. Plus, you're stupid. Well, we have enough room in our cart to welcome both of you. I am Eustathios of Ionia. This man here. I don't think it's a good idea. So I'll say Mahmoud will show you how it's done. He wins and he joins. Bank! Ezekiel! My son shouts in panic. So there goes the wagon wheel breaking again, like it's the Oregon Trail. Shovel supplies on. I'll ride rough from now on. Actually, no. Go for the other option. Spend a few days here, and maybe we can get some Silk Road trade. They're in our free time. There you go. Eustathios, the man we just brought here, even though he's one of the good ones. What else say? Caramaster, take care of it. Run away or lost? As we managed to get through a dangerous path in Chios, we decided to rest for the night. I'll walk around the encampment. Suddenly, a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I asked around and agreed on one day. They don't remember saying Eustathios all day. Yeah, you know, ever since he got scalded by Caramaster. He was keeping the rear guard as we entered a war-torn province. I suppose this wasn't the best side of knowing the Bravado. So they're gunning for the front lines. Unless just lost somewhere else. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, this is a war zone. What the hell are we doing here? I thought there would be a peace by now. But I'll say, let's mount a search party for him. Found him and brought him back. I know you want to serve your country, but damn it, man. We're trying to get a move on here. Study in motion. Bartholomeus, local captain, a few of his officers agreed to his montage into the military capsule Halicarnassos. As he wanders off, I quickly dismount and follow him. A couple of paces forward, stops and turns to the latest siege equipment that is neatly placed in rows before me. Quite a sight, isn't it? I nod, appreciate organized chaos. Now, what would my lord want to do next? He looks and looks at me. I don't want to get hurt anymore. So I'll say, what is that contraption? No go. Try again. What do you got here? One second. Is it possible, take this for example, destroy this, will it grant me money? Okay. And how much am I paying you? 50. If the throne is not better than mine, I'm destroying that chair. Well, we're going up in the middle of the winter. Someone's gonna get frostbitten. My son recovers of pneumonia. Once more, the road ahead is dangerous. So for safety, we have settled for a night. While others set up camp to catch Patchos, pick up another unknown fruit. I admire your curiosity, Patchos. As far as but he gives him a mischievous look instead. I'm sorry, father, but I cannot help myself. He tries to stick it into the fruit. I'll let him eat it. Yep, we're going up the hills, but not quite mountains yet, which will be even more dangerous. Even more perilous. We're gonna be super rich by the end of this. And you need all that money to prepare yourself for the heir to take the throne. Amorium, and now we're due course for home. As long as nothing stupid happens. Left the Empire. It is nightfall, and Maria is hard at work when you arrive at the cereal field south of Kilikia. She appears to be flattening crops at a rapid pace using a large, flat piece of wood and heavy stones. I frown as I watch the one performing later, and I acquire what is exactly she is up to. She witnesses that starts a long rant about how we all need to wake up and meet our true masters instead of hiding behind false Muslim teachings. Take a step back from this place. I'm alright. Yeah. I have just a tonic. He got ill. I'll lose progress. Call for a war. I could take the fame hit. Plus it's a tyranny war. What did you do to make him mad? It's already occupied. Well, we can easily put down this rebellion and get over there. Are you sure there's no one else to help you? Okay, you know what? We'll help you out on this one. For once. Though I'm not quite sure if any of you are capable of it, so they'll no doubt be heading towards there. Are we still raiding? Yes, we are. Last chance. Fail. Made it home. You can reinforce with them. It's just temporary. Keep up with the Middle Eastern contacts. Nine months. And we have to be there in 3 months. Okay. Don't lose a battle, because all that loot that we've been gathering would be all for nothing. And a fish brings a small box of it. As open a gift, I expect a jewel, a ring, or a curry. But to my surprise, inside is a miniature throne. So small, only a mouse could sit upon. Prototype for your new scene, my lord. I thought it would amuse you. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Like hell. Must be a child to equip it. Hey! Your grandson. My grandson. You would raise him. And also, send to university. Because, it costs that much to send him to the House of Wisdom? You got it. I didn't think that much money would have that kind of purpose. I'm glad I'm the owner of the House of Wisdom now. We're on our way, don't worry. Disillusioned faction. Of course. That means we're going to begin swaying you now. We'll win decisively. Start running. Chances are even. No need for that. Get away from there. What are you doing sitting there? We're raiding, not sieging. That's the issue. And I think we've been raided. In other areas. I think we gotta get back home. I think we came in at a very bad time. Just get the loot in here. And I think we should just focus on our own domestic affair. You still view me as warmonger? Any of you? No, that was so long ago. At least with that Reaver trait, makes the hostile county attrition reduced. All I could say is, sorry man, can't do anything about it. You put yourself in an awkward position. You got 9 prisoners of war. I will not help you. Sogdian, Tajik, or Khorasani. Take a Kushinia heritage. It did take people to Silk Road. They did take religious women. And a warrior priests as well. Oh, by the way, your grandson. What's he going for? Learning. It's great to have more learned people, but I would rather have a stewardship. Bustling of it in a fine Saturn, a calm evening after a long day training, my tankard is knocked out of my hand by a mercenary reeling from the blow, and all hope of relaxation drains away into the floor along my side. Please, my lord, the innkeeper begs. Jennings' thugs have been drinking me dry without paying for days, and their fighting is scaring the staff of guests. You're too drunk to be a real threat. This will be over quickly. Can't help you in that war. Sorry. Just let him recover after the long raiding season. Put him in Baghdad, so we could get back to the Mesopotamian conquests. But I think I got an idea of what could be next. Defending in a war. So that means they're far apart of whatever they were doing. Let's wait for everybody to recover. Syriac throne. Not as good as the one I have. Break that chair. I would love to go on a grand tour, but no, I think warfare is better. We need to get back to what we were doing originally. And I still want to keep my war horse. It's 1 more month. Pay up. He lost. Oh, great. Now. I'd rather put him in Suttledge since it's near Harran. Yeah, let's create a holy order. Why the heck not? The more we expand, it's only a matter of time before, someone's gonna band up together and they're gonna fight against me for this. Plus, I have the piety for this. There can never be too many warriors dedicated to defending the true faith. I will honor Mars by giving those who would serve a home and arms. Harranian holy order be found. The Grand Mistress, Tabitha of the Warriors of Tammuz. There you have it. Treasury was the duchy building. But that's Kurdish culture. Does not have royal prerogative. Okay, I have this idea. Plus, is that his fighting raiders? No, that's someone else. Let's make a big gain. Invade kingdom. So let's take this big chunk of land instead of one at a time. He's gonna have to become my vassal once this is all said and done. Last big war. whilst it's over here. 5, 5, 3, 5. Areas to take in order to get to the capital. Oh, what the hell is... I mean, I understand you have many allies, but, already hired. Bastard. And you ain't got no allies, because you just lost, right. Hey, let's suppose, will not accept. Can make it matrilineal. We can have the, Karamites with us. Despite our differences. I mean, you're a reasonable lot. I'm sure you're betrothed. Yes, you are. You're not betrothed. There's an alliance. Okay, there you go. This is gonna be messy until we get to Basra before something bad happens to me. One would think I should have just lead from the front. And another one's way over there, okay. We figured out of who's who. Raveniks are not to be reasoned with. These Zoroastrians up there. Am I crazy or am I, like, didn't I just... Hang on, we're trying to work this out. Now, get over here. And you, get over here as well. Can't believe I'm making alliances with Zoroastrians. Strange bedfellows. Guess you may want to turn around. Unless they're coming to defend their homeland. Which is sensible. Because they hired some mercenaries. Men-at-Arms will be here very soon. Waliak, you're the one. Expose his agent, throw him in jail. Plus he was the one that was plotting a potential revolt. Better army commander. More commander traits. What's he got? Oh yeah. Let's deal with them first. Get rid of them first. When they're sieging somewhere, we can defeat them easily. You're in friendly territory, which is mine. So that means they'll be defeated rather easily. I got them all. That's it. Enemy army disappeared somewhere. Hey, would you like to have, what's my other daughter's name? Never mind, I guess childbearing age is too close. Avina, my son. Pneumonia got to him. He was one of the sons I disinherited, but he don't deserve that fate. This will attract him over here. Siege Wasset. My offensive war is progressively causing economic and social impacts on the population of my domain. Forced conscription, lack of people tending to fields and services, and a general feeling of despair causing a significant toll on my populace. As things stand, I cannot avoid some pernicious effects of the unpopular war I'm fighting on the population I lead. Let's hope this war doesn't last long. The control level just went down a bit. Modifiers will be removed. Modifiers will be removed after the war is over. As the realm is passed by the state of warfare, it becomes apparent that there should be a way to specialize the troops in either defense or in offense. As the supreme commander of my army, I'm the one who gained insight to such training. There's a drawback for this. However, as long as I perfect the art of offense or defense of my troops, I'm not developing my lifestyle path, thus losing important progress to me there. Given this situation, I have several paths to consider. We often struggle on offensive operations, and we do very good on defensive, so I'll say I'll train on offensive operations. But gain minus. Does that mean I actually lose rather than gain? Yes, I did lose it. Yeah, it was you. Of course, because you're my nemesis. I could challenge him to the fight, but if I get wounded, there goes me. And Ezekiel will have to begin his reign. And it could also lead to more complicated situations. So, if I'm still alive by the time this war is over, I'll challenge him to a fight. You know, these Kuramites are good to have. Guess I found my forever ally, and that's the Kuramites. Which I keep calling them that as if it's a national, but that's what they are religiously. It's almost like, despite the fact that they are Sogdians, I just treat them as if they're an ethno-religious group. While I'm strolling alone in my thoughts in a small remote corridor of my castle, I pass by Raz, who greets me with a courteous good evening. Barely paying attention to this. I'm still a few more paces when I hear a rustle, someone moving quickly. I turn my head and I only see a dagger held by Raz. Her eyes filled with crazy hate, covered directly by the base of my neck. That's my daughter, who's possessed. Only luck could save me. 17% chance of escape unscathed. 8% I get wounded. 28 I get severely injured. 12 I get brutally mauled, or 35 I'll be killed. Well, this is bound to happen. I somehow escaped the attack unscathed. And she is imprisoned. She deserves that. Don't send her to the dungeon, though. I'm a lucky man. Wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Mesopotamian, who soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference, offering nothing but his oath and to faithfully serve the vassal of the Amiruta. As Mesopotamian stands, he stumbles awkwardly. The court gasps in unison as he falls, ending sprawling at my feet, shakes flush embarrassing. Your oaths are all that matters to me. I'm well protected by my Zoroastrian allies, Karamites and Mazda Yasna. And it brought in some more of their friends. It's time to take a diligent training. You may never know I'm gonna go fight against my nemesis. Praise Tammuz. It's my son. Who's gonna get disinherited immediately? I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Just can't allow the realm to be split apart. They migrated from there to Dusar, which means it's now properly Syriac and Harran. Enemy ally joins the war. I was about to say, hang on, who? Where are you from? Over there. This is the first step. Too bad we didn't get this, because I was wondering why the siege took damn long. We gotta get to Baghdad to get him off of there. I exit my tent, siege camp sprawls out before me. A great knot of men and smoky torches. Flags and standards flutter in the fading light. Figures hunch over campfires, tossing on wood or brushing sheepskins clean. My low retainer approaches and informs that the siege is ended. I gather my bodyguards, head to the edge of the camp. There was it stands for me, a wasteland charred of charred corpses and rubble. In the fields between, empty mud brick buildings lie in pieces, charred beams topped about them. Everywhere my gaze falls, once handsome houses are shattered, roofs are punctured, and stables are toppled. Grieving widows and orphan children flee the ravaged village, crying out. Allow limited looting for once. We gotta go take care of this matter now. Come with us. They say we may probably lose. We shall see about that. Once we have the defender advantage. But too bad I'm not its commander. I wish I could be there, but we're gonna be reinforced here by our Zoroastrian allies. Zoroastrian allies, words I never thought I would say. Now it says that we'll probably win. We have more Esware. That's what makes the difference maker. We may have the advantage. Otherwise, one of our men's fallen. Ezekiel's been wounded. Captured one of their better fighting men. I'll head to there, of Rasafa. Don't take too long on this next siege. We gotta get this area next. He was a Zoroastrian No, he was Sunni, serving as Zoroastrian liege. They're gonna be far from us. Who would have thunk it? Died on September 11th for my real-life birthday. Now, Amir Babaeus of the Al-Harranian Miruta has given up the ghost age 63. He died of old age, a hollowed shell of his former self. He had long lost his wits by the time of his final passing. Amiruta Ezekiel sits to the throne, a gentle and compassionate soul. Vassals will surely thrive under Ezekiel's reign. Oh, he is 37. But Babaeus is the longest reigning monarch of our dynasty's history. He attended many tournaments, he did many activities, and fought in many wars. He was very active. Didn't lose titles on succession. Compare that to the predecessors. Thabit 38, Sinan 12, Farida 5 years, Babaeus 62 years. And now it's Ezekiel's turn. But, yes, I was wounded, but I'm maimed. Oh no, it's happening again. It's gonna happen again. If I don't get better soon, then, it's like, yes, I was maimed, but I fear, despite the fact that I served as quite a brave soldier that I am, and I've traveled to many different places, that, just try to focus on medicine for the time being. Just do every little bit. Of course. Never again. And you need the night effectiveness up a bit so our men can fight well. But in the meantime, I can... Ooh, grand wedding. That's not a term. That's a grand wedding. Okay. Anyways. Who wants to be, you know... This. You'll get this. You'll have that. And, I'd rather have you. Domestic affairs, just to keep the vassals together. Just keep them together so they don't try to rebel. Wise trade, 5 months. This is Ba Malka Ashur. You know, he is due to send to a university, but when he grows up, but I doubt that I'll be alive during this time. And during this particular precarious time, there's this grand wedding. Now, let's leave limit 7 months. I could pay a visit there. Yeah, just me and no one else. Costs little, I'll be there. Even though this is during a particular precarious time right now. Not my ally anymore, for now. They all looked at me positively, but I'll never forgive him. I'll challenge you to a fight. Well, actually, no. You're maimed. If you get wounded one more time... I mean, look at me. I'm without an arm. That's what maimed means. You are missing an arm. You're missing a body part. Do you really want to die? Immediately? Do you want to risk all? You know, keyword non-lethal. But I can't get any worse if I'm wounded, right? If I'm already maimed, right? I can't get any worse than that. Screw it! War will continue, as it is. while I go to this grand wedding. You see, I'm missing my left arm, but I still have my right. He's got a mace. For a few brief moments, Eli and I pace in lazy half-circles, each watching for an opening. I held my axe, ready to defend myself, while I clutch his mace firmly in the hand. This fight may be only till first blood, but that doesn't ease my nerves. The side twitch about begins. He tries to launch a quick slash at me, but the arrows easily swatted away. Heat getting to you, weakling? Out here in the heat, it takes a hardy man to fight. Drips his sweat, his breast utterly ragged. It's a child's play to exhaust him with his kid's quick slashes. The ancient salvation is ours, scum! Screams my opponent, flinging his mace furiously at around and near me. My form is good of only small arrows. His stance is a disaster. My opponent's guard is here, so feel far for victory. I'll do this. This will work just like it does in the legends, right? You do a legendary technique to try to copy a famous move from your favorite book. This was very one-sided. I wore my body to match the vivid mental picture of legend, shuffling into an awkward stance while whirling my axe. And somehow everything just works. I brush aside Eli's guard of ease, knock the mace from his hand, and send him plummeting to the ground. Before I know it, I'm ready to split his groin in two. Surprised and confused, increased terrified, and so all I could do is just stammer out a yield. I'm a one-armed man. Please kill me. Don't screw it up. It is nightfall, and the base is hard at work when you arrive at the cereal fields to the south. Fiercely flying crops of rapid pace, using a large, flat piece of wood and heavy stones. I frown as I watch a man performing his labor, then inquire what his god was up to. When it starts a long ramble, how we need to wake up and meet our true masters that are hiding behind false Semitic teachings. Take these steps like a surprise. So I'll say, stop that, you heretic! Again, I will continue to travel to go to the grand wedding before I die. And then, this war continues. I've arrived there. Again, I'm watching somebody's wedding, alright? That's what I'm here for. Matter of fact, what is my intent? Cause mayhem and increase my stress loss with potential unfortunate consequences. It is someone else's wedding after all. No. I'm here to make a diplomacy. Because I need a little bit of help. How about you? You're not at war with us. Maybe perhaps we could come together at a possible agreement in the future. 5 months. Watch our backs, Zoroastrians. Sometimes I wish all of the Kuramites are my vassals. Too bad our number of Eswar has been reduced. But stick together and we'll come out on top. Now I became ill. We have a physician, yes? I'm gonna die. And this could be the shortest reign of all time. Despite the fact I was well groomed for it. I'm going to still do that same strategy because this is during a very precarious time. My wife just died in childbirth. Cal shall be her name. This is just terrible timing! And I'm about to die. Quick, give me somebody with very high stewardship. So we don't get too many of those penalties. There we go. That'll help. We're gonna stop them from getting together. Wedding should begin soon. Alright. Go for it. Stop them. They are a major threat to our interests. Well, actually, kill them first. You have to go to the other side of the river for that. One of the children at court, Marty, had taken a wooded sword of a younger boy and thrown it in a nearby cave. My son was there and saw what happened. He ran to the cave and didn't come out for almost half an hour. When he did, he had retrieved his toy, much to the annoyance of Marty. Very brave, but somewhat foolish. You shall be brave. Yes. People like bravery. Scram. Now turn around. They're all gonna band together. Come here. Just position ourselves here and wait for the rest. Discovered bailiffs. So there's room to build another building now. In the meantime, that would be nice. We here haven't been having issues with siege lately, so I think we should go for battlements. That's what I'll go for. I look around myself at summit. Everywhere I lay my eyes, there are mingling us. Flowers on every surface, buzzing servants, loaded dishes, and a very proud host. Rasul, check out the final details. Nervous but exciting spouses. Anagon, Latragan, and the nurse are standing at the ready. Can't wait. Guests are gathered and the ceremony is about to start. Everything seems in order. The sight out of ordinary happens right in front of our eyes. A flock of birds on our left, and it takes flight abruptly when the nurse appears. It flies straight over our right. Over to our right. Simon, who see the whole scene going down like me, catch my comments. That was surprising, wasn't it? What an auspicious sign. And he's also became compassionate. You're just like me. You're basically like me, which you could do what I would not be able to do, knowing what is going to happen to me at this very moment. Keep advancing. Just back us up. Stop them. We're gonna beat him like the last time. Though with fewer men. We got him. Because we captured the air. We don't need to drag this war any longer because of what's been happening lately. We'll get these two lands. That was started by my father, and I finished it. One sec. Oh, give it to somebody. Just give it to some priest. Give it to a local Mandaean noble. And added more there. Three direct vassals above my vassal in row 10. Okay, who needs what? Send child to university. I already did that for my son. Ordered by my father. Brother-in-law. I know you are kind, but allow me to present you a gift. Now will you negotiate an alliance? Thank you. Because we need to stick together. We have reached the Persian Gulf. But I'm sure he isn't too fond of me for what we just did just now. There's too many vassals scattered around. That's the issue. Destroy that. So we're gonna have some money back. Why aren't you using that? Maybe a little bit helps, just to keep me alive for about a few years, till he grows up. That's what I'm most concerned of. So I need to create this duchy tower, which costs this much. When I get back home, need Silk Road communities. Need to bring in the East Asians. Thank you. Let's focus on here. Ceremonies finally reached climax. The tradition rituals has been completed. All that is left is the final vows. The formal consent to seal the marriage, as both Vachagan and Vatanush said, I do. The crowd starts cheering and we all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Now it's time for the banquet. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of the gargantuan meal, exciting entertainment and general revelry we're about to be on. Let's tuck in. He just choked on a chicken bone. Oh, I don't want that to happen to me. Don't you dare. Because if you do, we're gonna get rid of you. You will regret this if you try to rebel against him like this. Plus, we have the money to back it up. There's a court event that I cannot attend because I'm at a wedding. Let's not get too irrational here. Lambast the quality of the roast swan. Every wedding banquet is the host of, frankly, innumerable number of speeches, some long, some short, some honest, some deceptive, rolling up and down the hall, punctuating every course of the feast and place. As my turn nears, I'm left wondering, should I consider the happy couple, or simply try to grab attention for my wordplay? After all, it's easy for double meanings to get lost most in the sea of words. I don't suppose you can help me with this. No, very little do. Show my oratory skills. It was an adequate speech. Nothing too radical. It feels like I've been eating, drinking, and dancing and singing for days. Soon the celebration will wind down, and the spouse will retire to their private chambers for the consummation of the wedding. Those of us remain there. Let's pour another drink. Let's toast to the spouses. Whatever they do in there, it's their business. It's just those two now. Uncle's been released. One after another, all the guests are leaving. It's time for me to depart too. The wedding was a great occasion to mingle with my peers and rocks, and I abandoned the premises. I'm tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to the spouses for a prosperous happy union. Congratulations again. Wasn't able to get together to try to make some diplomacy here, but I'll go back home as we will end this episode. Because in the next episode, we're going to have to go deal with that potential rebellion in some way, shape, or form. You eat it. And a few other things. And so now, we made great strides in taking Mesopotamia, but unfortunately you are grabbing more and more vassals than you really need to. There you go. Now make it that official, just to register it. So in the next episode, we're going to have to bring the East Asian community over here, just to try to reduce the cost of creating a duchy title, so we can move some vassals, shuffle some, and give that all to him. At least the one thing we don't have to worry about is whatever the Iranian world is up to, as much as we focus on the Mesopotamian world, as we have been. And also in the next episode, Ezekiel's short reign will continue, but hopefully he'll live long enough until a show about Ezekiel will turn 16 when he becomes a man. He is going to be just like me, but the only difference is stewardship education. So it'll be prosperous, and may give him a possible chance to have so high of a stewardship that we can hold more of our domain for ourselves, just like what the life's given to me. All that and more. So we see you in the next one, but until then, so long for now.